Hi guys, it's Dawn's Apothecary. This is mainly a shout out for people who are taking part in the July painting challenge. A little bit of an update on what I'm doing at the moment and hoping to try and get done. But as I'm not officially kind of fully throwing myself into the challenge, I thought I'd at least do bits and pieces of it, show a bit of support for the community and what everyone's doing. And really just echo what Tay said on one of his recent videos, which is actually there's a really nice sense of community with this challenge, and actually the camaraderie and energy that's created from that is really fantastic. So I'm hoping to just kind of give a little bit of that back. I thought I'd answer a few of the questions that have been posed on the challenge and just go from there, guys. Okay, so first of all, I'm British. I don't celebrate it, but to anyone who does, happy 4th of July to people across the pond. Hope you are enjoying your day, whatever you tend to get up to today. So what's on the table at the moment? So I'm doing a whole host of things, and I'll show off some other stuff in a video. I think the problem with being inspired is that you kind of, from my point of view, you kind of end up trying to dip into a little bit of everything. So fingers in all pies, which may be to my detriment, but there you go. So these are all the scouts and the speeder that I've finished, and then I've just dug out all of these guys as well. So the scouts at the front there I'd started doing when I did the other ones. There's two more land speeders, the land speeder Storm, and then some of the crew. I'm probably not going to use all of them just because I think it looks a bit crowded when they're all on there, but I'll stick a couple of those guys in and try and make it a little bit more characterful. So that's kind of what I've got out on the table today and what I'm going to try and do a little bit of this morning while I'm on my own at home. So in terms of what I'm kind of doing, I suppose I'm not officially taking part in the challenge, so I don't have any goals. But what I would like to try and do is just give a bit of support to other people who are taking part. So, put a bit of encouragement out there for people. And if people are particularly struggling with motivation, then all you have to do is just look at the Google group, and actually there's so many people there with positive attitudes and really kind of nose to grindstone, getting on with stuff and really enjoying it. So keep the faith and keep going. So some of the Google group questions were sort of around our YouTube channels. Where did Dawn's Apothecary come from? Well, I was living out in New Zealand, how long ago now? About 4 or 5 years ago. And I started to kind of show an interest back in the hobby, having not done it for years and years. And I was there kind of thinking about what I wanted to do, and I was kind of really interested in some of the fluff around the Crimson Fists. And as successor chapters of the Imperial Fists, I thought about Dawn. My job is medical, not an apothecary or a pharmacist, but it's medical, so kind of it came together. It sounded quite good, so that's really where the name came from. And I suppose my YouTube journey started a few years ago, in and around the time of one of the July painting challenges. I think it was a July one at that point. It might have been a May. And actually, it was just kind of taking that first step to say, I'm going to put my voice out there, I'm going to put what I paint out there, and just see what people think, see if people show an interest. And as much as anything else, at the moment, what I do on my channel is mainly around just being a vlog, really, for myself, and an account of where I've come from and what I've got done. As I use the platform of YouTube quite a bit to kind of pass the time and paint by, it seemed reasonable to put something back on there as well. YouTube heroes. I suppose the hobby breaks itself down into a number of parts, doesn't it? So, there's the gaming aspect, which I'm not heavily involved with at the moment. In fact, I've not played any games of 8th at all. It's something I'd like to do in time, but it's also kind of a secondary thing. It takes a fair bit of time. I don't have anyone locally to me, kind of in my kind of group of friends that play the hobby. So it means kind of going out and trying to find people, yeah, which isn't the end of the world, but it's something that I don't have a great deal of time to do at the moment. I'd rather invest my time and effort into painting. So people that I will watch for a bit of inspiration and trying to keep me involved. So there's a few kind of people in the UK, so people like Tabletop Tactics and Black Toad Studios, Winter's SEO. If anyone's not seen any of those channels, they put out some fantastic content, so I'd really encourage you to. And there's some really well painted armies. And if you're interested in the fluff, Winter's channel is fantastic. He's got some beautiful armies, and he's got some great backstory and fluff that goes with them. So I'd encourage people to go and look at that. From the more of the hobby side, in terms of building and painting, yeah, there are a few people out there who I like keep an eye on what they're doing. There's a few of those gamers who, as well as putting out their game content, also will put out their kind of video logs on how they're getting on with their armies, and it's nice to see that as well. I was thinking the other day about the transition to seventh, well, from 7th edition to 8th edition, and thinking about some of the YouTube channels that I watch. And I just want to give a shout out to It Beer, really. So Nick has hit 7,000 subscribers, which is obviously fantastic. And I think that's a reflection of his effort and commitment to the hobby. And the reason I was thinking about 7th and 8th edition was some of the rules that we've lost, some of the special rules. And I was trying to think of one that epitomised Nick the most. I suppose the obvious one which comes to mind is It Will Not Die, given his Necrons and the fact that there are reanimation protocols and things. Relentless would be another one. And that's not to discredit Nick. I think he's fantastic. I think it's just the volume that just keeps coming out of his channel. I think is just fantastic. And it's nice to see he kind of dips into a few armies. So actually there's a little bit for everyone if you want to. So yeah, kudos to Nick for putting out the content that he does. On the Google group, there's just, and YouTube I suppose as well, there's a couple of people I just wanted to specifically say thank you for, just because of their support. So Jamjar34, he's always going to dip in with a comment and gives lots of encouragement. So yeah, big thank you to him. And also to Frostwolf, who I have mentioned, I think, previously, but I just wanted to say thank you. So anyway, guys, keep up all the hard work. It is worth it. It's fantastic to look at your day one video saying, this is what I want to accomplish, and then look at the end of the month, look back and see what you've managed to get done. And it may not be that you've got everything done, but what you'll find is you've done a heck of a lot that you might have wanted to get done. So anyway, guys, I'm going to cut it off there. I've just realised this is now 8.5 minutes long. So enjoy the hobby, enjoy July, happy 4th of July, and take care, guys.